Hmm.
Hello children, I am Nusrat Jhan. Today we are going to do Flamingo's Chapter 2, Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood by Jhan. This chapter is divided into two stories. First is Sometimes I Find a Rupee in the Garbage, and second is I Want to Drive a Car. Now, the title says Lost Spring. As you know, the spring is the best season. Same way, childhood is the best period of a person's life where he learns a lot and lives carefree. The stories in this chapter are describing that when these children are forced to do labor, child labor, then their childhood is lost. That is why this chapter is named as Lost Spring, as in lost childhood. I'll tell you about the author, theme, background, explanation, practice questions. About the author. The author Jhan was born in Hyderabad in 1944. She is an author, journalist, and columnist. She belongs to an aristocratic family of poets. Theme. The chapter has two different short stories, but the theme is same: poverty and child labor. Background. Jhan's book Stories of Stolen Childhood, which was published in 2005, focuses on the children from deprived background. She is noted for her lively and vivid description. She analyzes the grinding poverty and traditions which condemn these children for a life of exploitation. Explanation. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. This is about the author's encounter with a ragpicker boy whose name is Sahib. He visits the nearby garbage dump every morning looking for valuables in the garbage. The author asks him, "Why do you do this?" When she inquires, the boy tells her that he has left his home in Dhaka long ago and did not have any memories of it too. His mother had told him that the storms had swept away their fields and their homes. That is why they had come to live in the big city looking for gold. Now, what does this gold here mean? For them, gold means anything or everything. Food always required for survival. And if they want to get anything, they feel it is in big cities. That is why they have migrated from their homes to this big city to find gold, or in other words, valuables. As a reply to the author's question that why do you do this, the boy says that he has nothing else to do. She advises him that he should go to school, but she herself realizes that her advice is so hollow, and the boy replies that there is no school in his neighborhood, so he can't go to school. She makes him a false promise. She asks him that if I open a school, would you come? The boy says yes. After few days, he comes over and asks her, "When is the school opening? Is it ready?" The author feels very ashamed that she had made a false promise to him, and she knew that the boy's life is full of such false promises. He has many such unfulfilled dreams. When the author comes to know that his full name is Sahib-e-Alam, which means the Lord of the universe, she feels the name is not appropriate for him. It is very unsuitable for a ragpicker boy. And she wonders that does he know the meaning of his name? She feels that if he also knows the meaning of his name, he will also not believe on it, as it is different from what his life actually is. She just sees some boys along with Sahib roaming around. That group of boys was of ragpickers. They all are mostly barefoot. Some of them are wearing torn shoes, which they probably must have got from the garbage heaps or in charity. The author questions one of the boys, "Why are you not wearing the chappals?" The boy simply replies that his mother does not give them from the shelf, so he has not worn that. One other boy said, even if his mother would have given, then also he would not wear chappals, as he likes to be barefoot. She sees that some of the boys are eager, that they also want to wear shoes, but they don't have it. Another boy tells the author that it is a tradition in his family to remain barefoot, and she wonders whether it is actually a tradition or he is just trying to hide unending poverty which has gripped his family. So he is making an excuse that it is a tradition not to wear any footwear, but actually they can't afford to buy footwear. She is reminded of a story, a young boy who was the son of a temple priest. On his way to his school, he would stop in front of the temple to pray to get a pair of shoes. The author visits the temple after 30 years. She goes to the house of the priest, and what she sees is a young boy is wearing the school uniform, socks and shoes. And so she realizes that the standard of living of some people has raised or improved over the period of time. Now the children of such families have shoes which earlier they could not buy, and then she is reminded of the prayer of another boy who again goes to the temple and prays that he should not lose the pair of shoes which he has got now. The rag picker boy and his family are living in Simapuri at the outskirt area of Delhi. It was mere wilderness. It has no basic amenities and facilities for people to live in. There is no sewage or water supply, and as many as 10,000 people whose livelihood is ragpicking have been living there for more than 30 years. They don't have any identity for themselves. They live there without any permits. They only have ration cards. These ration cards give them their names on the voter list and enable them to buy grains for themselves at a lower price. For these people, food is more important for their survival than an identity. They are satisfied if their children sleep peacefully without aching stomach. For elders, the only way of getting food and shelter for the family is the garbage dump. Wherever they find food or any means to get food to their children, they just pitch their tents and start living there. And in Simapuri, where they were living, the means of survival is rag picking. For the children, these garbage dumps are more than means of survival. They provide them wrapped winters. Sometimes they find even 10 rupee note in the garbage. One fine day, the author sees that the boy Sahib is standing outside tennis court and watching two men playing tennis. He tells her that he likes the game. When no one is around, the gatekeeper allows him to go in and he enjoys the swings over there. The author sees that he is wearing tennis shoes which look strange over his dirty clothes. He says that someone has given them to him in a manner of explanation. The author feels that they are discarded shoes of a boy of a good family. He must have thrown them away, as one of those shoes is torn. Another morning, she finds that the boy Sahib-e-Alam is on his way to the milk booth, holding a steel can in his hand. He tells the author that now he has got a job at a tea stall. He gets rupees 800 and all his meals. She asks him, does he like the job? And his face, which used to be carefree when he was a rag picker, gets serious. He has lost his carefree looks because now he has become an employee. He has gone into someone else's hand, and the canister which he is holding belongs to the tea stall owner, is appearing heavier in his hand than the bag which he used to carry. The bag was his own, and the canister was of someone else. He is no longer his own master, so his carefree look has gone away. The next story is I Want to Drive a Car. The story is about a boy. His name is Mukesh. He is from a family of bangle makers in Firozabad. His family makes glass bangles, but this boy has a dream. He wants to become a motor mechanic. He wants to be his own master. The author asks him, "Why do you know?" Ask him, "Do you know anything about cars?" He tells her that he will learn to repair as well as drive a car. The author feels that the boy's dream is like a mirage amidst the dust of the street that fill his town, which is famous for its bangles. The place from where this boy has come is Firozabad. It is famous for the glass bangles. When they make glass bangles, a lot of dust is produced and the town is found full of dust. So the boy's dream looks very hazy. It looks very dim, that the probability of achieving his dream is very low. His whole family has accepted bangle making profession. They are not ready to accept the fact that the glass bangle making is not good for them, as it harms them physically. Their eyesight gets weak, and also it doesn't provide them enough resources to even get enough food for their family. For this, the author says that his family doesn't know that it is illegal for their children to work before furnaces with high temperature in closed dark cells. There they don't have any fresh air and light. They work there in their daylight hours. She says if the law enforced, they could get out all these children and rescue them. Mukesh takes the author to his house. The lanes are stinking with choked garbage, but he is proud that his home is being rebuilt. She sees that it is just half-built shack, and over there in a corner she sees his elder brother's wife is sitting and cooking food for the entire family. His grandfather say his grandmother says that making bangles is their karma and destiny, as they are born in the family of bangle makers, so this profession has been restored upon them by God. This God-given lineage cannot be changed by anyone. Their house is full of glass bangles of different colors, and they have seen nothing else but bangles around them. They sit in dark huts, weld the pieces of colored glass in the circles of bangles. The author finds that their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than the light outside, because most of the time they are sitting in closed dark huts. That is why they lose their eyesight. The young children, they don't even become adults, and before that only they lose their eyesight. The young girl named Savita is also sitting there. She is sitting along with an elderly woman, and she is soldering the pieces of glass into bangles. The author wonders whether this girl knows the sanctity of these bangles which signify the suhag of Indian women. The author says when Savita will also get married, as the elderly woman sitting next to her, she will also wear bangles and realize the importance of glass bangles which she is making. Mukesh's grandfather is happy. He is satisfied that he has taught his profession to his next generation, and other than that, he has built them a house to live in. He has achieved a lot more than people of his profession have achieved. His grandmother complains that she has not even got enough food in her life. The author asks them that they should get organized into cooperative and try to improve their working conditions. They tell her that they are afraid of the lawmakers, the policeman, and the middleman who will hit them and who will drag them to jails. Actually, they don't have the leaders among them to do this. The author realizes that the two things, the stigma of caste and the middleman, the policeman, and lawmakers together impose upon the boys that they will carry on the work which their ancestor passed them on. They do not dare to follow their dreams. On the contrary, the author can see that the spark in Mukesh is still alive. He is holding fast his dream of doing something else than making bangles. The author questions him that whether he would like to fly aeroplane. She realizes that Mukesh doesn't know anything about the planes. What he has seen is cars moving around in his town, and he is happy and content with his dream of becoming a car mechanic. The author's question gives him a new idea, which makes him feel embarrassed because she doesn't know anything about the aeroplanes. So, this was the explanation of both the stories. I hope you would have understood it. Here are some practice questions for you. Question 1. Garbage for them is gold. Explain. Question 2. Why can't the bangle makers organize themselves into a cooperative? Question 3. Compare and contrast the character sketch of Sahib and Mukesh. So children, practice these questions and have a nice time. Thank you.